in Central City just as the dust is settling. Smoke drifts from a scorched intersection. Street signs bent. Asphalt cracked like someone tried to punch the road into submission. Civilians gather in shaken clusters. Some grateful, some very much not. Sonic whistles low. Whoa, looks like Surgeon Kit really went all out. Tails folds his arms, scanning the wreckage with that analytical squint he gets when he's already running 3 simulations in his head. They saved the bus, but the collateral damage is almost as bad as the crash would have been. Sonic nudges him lightly. Hey, they're trying. That's a new for them. Kind of refreshing. It is good they're helping, Tails admits, but Surge doesn't think before she acts, and Kit only thinks about Surge. That combination is volatile. A police drone buzzes overhead, replaying footage of the incident. Surge sprinting away after the runaway bus, sparks flying off her shoes. Kit whipping water tendrils to steer it away from a bridge. They succeed, barely, but the bus skids through a row of parked cars, flips a kiosk, and sends a fountain exploding like a geyser. Sonic winces. Okay, yeah, not ideal. Tails sighs. They're powerful, unstable, and still dealing with Starline's cybernetic conditioning. If they keep trying to be heroes without learning control, they could hurt someone, or themselves. Sonic looks towards the horizon, where 2 familiar silhouettes stand atop a ruined bus stop. Surge, arms crossed and proud despite the mess. And Kit hovering behind her, anxious and loyal as ever. Guess you better talk to them, Sonic says, before Central City decides they're villains again. Tails nods, tightening his gloves. And before Surge decides she doesn't need anyone telling her how to be a hero. The duo start walking towards Surge and Kit. Sonic hopeful, Tails wary, both knowing this conversation could go in a dozen unpredictable directions. Sonic and Tails close the distance, just in time to hear Surge ranting. Sparks flick off her quills like angry fireflies. And then they had the nerve to say Sonic would have done it better? Like, hello, I literally saved their lives. Surge snaps, pacing in a tight circle. Kit hovers behind her, hands folded, voice soft and devoted. They'll appreciate you in time, Surge. You're amazing, you always are. Surge's scowl eases into a smug grin. Yeah, next time I'll show Sonic up so hard he'll have to retire. Sonic steps forward with a breezy laugh. Show me up, huh? And who exactly do you think you're showing up? Tails mutters under his breath, Sonic, please don't wow her. Surge rolls around, eyes narrowed. What do you want, Hedgehog? Sonic shrugs, casual as ever. Just checking on your recent spark of heroism. Gotta say, I'm proud. Looks like you took my advice about finding your own freedom. Surge scoffs, flicking a spark at the ground. Don't flatter yourself. Me and Kit are just doing whatever we want now. Sonic opens his mouth for another quip, but Tails steps in, voice firm. Focus, Sonic. Surge, Kit, you saved the passengers, yes, but the collateral damage was way too much. You were reckless. You should have called for help or made a plan before charging in. Kit's expression shifts, calm, but with a cold, simmering hatred behind his eyes. Surge rolls hers, annoyed. At least we were here. You weren't some hero. Sonic's smile softens, but his tone is steady. As fast as I am, I can't be everywhere. Learned that a long time ago. That's why I rely on my friends. Tails nods. And I've been Sonic's friend. His brother, really. For as long as I can remember. We work together because it keeps people safe. Sonic extends a hand towards Surge. So how about it? Join the restoration for real this time. You and Kit, no strings. Kit stiffens, voice trembling with fear and anger. We're not letting anyone use us again. Tails raises both hands gently. No one will. You don't have to help all the time. You can take things at your own pace. You can even ask Amy to set up rooms for you at HQ. Sonic winces. Yeah, Amy's already swamped helping Jewel, but I'll talk to her. Surge pauses. She remembers Amy's kindness during the clutch infiltration. They even treated her like a person, not a weapon. Her hand twitches towards Sonic's. Then, a flash. Starline's lab. The needles. The restraints. The pain. The training that killed her again and again, only for her cybernetic to drag her back. The hatred he fed her. The lies. The way he said Sonic's failures made her necessary. The way he said Sonic made her. Surge's breath trembles. Her smile twists. Vulnerable, furious, broken. She grabs Sonic's hand and strokes it. Sonic jerks back, shaking out his arm. Surge steps forward, grin sharp and unstable. You want me to join you? Fine. Beat me, one-on-one. If you win, me and Kit go with you. If you lose, we stay your enemies. Kit smirks, eyes gleaming. She's stronger now. Way stronger than when she was using the dynamo cage. Tails grabs Sonic's arm. Sonic, she's unstable. This isn't a good idea. Sonic gently pulls free, giving Tails a reassuring nod. I'll be fine, and maybe this is the only way she'll listen. He turns to Surge, eyes bright with determination. Not to win, but to reach her. Challenge accepted. Surge's grin widens, electricity crackling around her like a storm ready to break. Kit floats behind her, thrilled. Tails stands between them, heart pounding. And Central City watches as a fight that could change everything begins to take shape. Sonic and Surge lock eyes, both crouched low, energy crackling around them. In the same heartbeat, they charge up their spin attacks, two blurs of blue and neon green, launching forward. The collision detonates like a thunderclap. Kit flinches, ready to surge forward with a water tendril to tip the scales, but Tails is already there. He grabs Kit's water pack with one hand, wrenching it just enough to make a point. Don't, Tails warns, voice steady. If you try to blindside Sonic, I'll have to adjust this thing. Kit freezes. He knows Tails means it. Sonic spins out the clash with a practiced ease, flipping into a bicycle kick that snaps Surge's chin upward. She snarls and fires an electric pulse. It grazes Sonic's cheeks. It grazes Sonic's cheek, leaving a faint scorch. He grins anyway. Nice shot, but come on, Sparky. Let's take this somewhere you can really cut loose. Surge growls at the nickname, but bolts after him, boost aura flaring. Their trails clash like dueling comets as they rocket past Night Babylon, tearing through the skyline until the mystic ruins rise ahead. Here they can fight without holding back. Surge skids to a halt, electricity bursting off her in violent arcs. She activates her overcharge, thunderbolts rain down like divine wrath. Sonic dodges each one by a hair's breadth, taunting her with effortless spins and smirks. Getting warmer. Shut up! She lunges into a hand-to-hand combat, her strikes furious, desperate, lightning fast. Sonic flows around her like water, breakdance combat keeping him out of reach. Why are you so set on beating me? Sonic asks between dodges. You've already done enough to prove you can stand on your own. Surge's punches falter. Sonic sees it, the pain behind her eyes. He remembers his rivals, Metal Sonic, Knuckles, Shadow, each one shaped by their own purpose. Surge, though? She was made to kill him, engineered, tortured, rebuilt, her past erased. Surge screams, voice crackling. I don't have anything else. The line made me for one thing. If I can't beat you, if I can't be better, then what am I? What future do I even have? Her aura explodes. A massive electrical burst erupts from her body, unstable and deadly. Sonic reacts instantly. He spins around her, forming a blue tornado, sonic wind spiraling upward, containing the blast before it can tear the ruins apart. The air howls, lightning thrashing inside the vortex. Then Sonic dives straight into the storm. He wraps his arms around Surge. She fights him, thrashing, screaming, crying, but Sonic doesn't let go. I'm sorry, he says softly. I wasn't there for you, or Kit. I didn't know. I never asked to be a hero. I just ran around fighting Eggman because it felt like a game. I didn't realize how much responsibility I had. He chuckles lightly, almost self-mocking. Keep moving forward, hoping my friends can help solve the things that I can't. Surge's resistance weakens. Her breathing steadies. Her sparks dim. She leans into him, trembling. "You're a true blue idiot," she mutters, voice thick. Sonic grins. "Yeah, but I'm your idiot now, right?" She blushes and shoves him lightly. "Shut up!" But she's smiling, and she takes his hand. Sonic stands, pulling Surge up with him. "Come on, Sparky." She bristles at the nickname again, but doesn't let go. They race back to Tails and Kit. Tails immediately fusses over Sonic's singed fur, whilst Kit rushes to Surge, cooling her systems with gentle streams of water. The faint burn marks on her wrists make his eyes widen. "You pushed yourself past your max limit again," Kit whispers, worried. "I'm fine," Surge insists, rolling her eyes, but she glances at Sonic with a soft, lingering look. Kit notices, and something dark flickers behind his eyes. Sonic explains everything to Tails, who quickly pulls up a route on his Mars Electric to avoid Central City entirely. Kit hesitates. "Surge, are you sure going back to the restoration is a good idea? After last time?" Surge shrugs, confidence returning. "This time we'll do it right. Hero stuff. The correct way." Sonic gives her a thumbs up. "That's the spirit." He takes off toward the restoration base. Surge bolts after him, competitive fire reigniting. Tails flies close behind, and Kit follows with his water turbines, still watching Surge carefully. The four of them race toward a new beginning, one built on trust, tension, and the hope that even broken heroes can choose their own future.